Footsteps echo in the misty air. Shadows dance, but no one's there. The trees whisper secrets I can't decode. This empty road feels like my heavy load. Lost in daisy, where the sun won't rise. Wandering forever under pale gray skies. Every heart beats a question, every breath a fight. Lost in daisy, where there's no end in sight.
And welcome back into our adventure. Chapter 16, The Alarm. C.O.P. Chronicles, Conqueror Parish. The days of wandering around without any planned destination are over. I've been called home. We've had some visitors, dangerously close to base. I need to go assess. I pretty much knew it was just a matter of time before I was discovered. Hey pal, we've had some company. Do you want to lead the way? No, he's going the opposite way. Up the hill. I guess he's hunting for breakfast. Alright, I'll leave you to it. Go grease your lips. Yes, goodbye to you too. We'll see you later. There's something very different today. There was no night terrors. I didn't wake up to my horrifying past. I guess feeding the demons is helping. It's just too bad that I gotta keep killing to keep them away. We're in the right direction. I guess when it comes right down to it, it is a kill or be killed world, where it used to be live and let die. Oh, I thought that was a tasty mushroom. I'm getting very close to that dried riverbed that runs from northeast airfield down to Ewok Village. Kind of setting my sights right between the two. Heading up towards Olsha. Food supplies have run dangerously low and I'm pretty much surviving off the fruit that I find, or the mushrooms. Had I retraced my steps more closely towards Ewok Village, I probably would have found the fruit that I had generated on my way up to Mount Clen. But I chose a different trajectory, trying to shorten my distance. Right over there, that's Black Lake, or Ewok Village, where I laid that guy out last night. And from here, Northeast Airfield lies at my 10 o'clock, probably about 1,200 meters. Truth be told, I don't even really know why I'm rushing home. There's absolutely nothing in there other than the furniture that came with the place. Once the location was discovered by my alt, construction began, and my alts, well, they haven't left the property. And myself, on this character, I've yet to be there. As you very well know if you've been following along. I keep expecting those Ewoks to pop up. In retrospect, it's good that I'm going home. I still have that tent that I need to take down, and I've got the boom on me. That right there's the southwest edge of Northeast Airfield. And at the cargo bay of that plane lay a shit ton of good loot. When you see it, I'd advise you to go check it out. However, be very cautious, take your time, watch it, because everyone loots it. That airfield, as I mentioned, has several spawn points. That radio tower over there is where we were in the previous chapter, checking in on the Seven Deadly. On the other side of it is the town of Volsha. You'll notice I go into inventory every time I approach these things. That's checking for bear traps. I personally love to leave them laying around, as you've probably already noticed. I really shouldn't have to remind you it's good to stop and check your rear. No, I don't mean your posterior. I mean your rear guard. Make sure you're not being followed. This is especially helpful for you folk that have a bounty on you and can't afford to pay it off. And I highly recommend, when you do have a bounty, don't go home. Please don't go home. You want to frequently change your direction, and every few hundred meters, double back and make sure you're not being followed. Change your direction and continue. Repeat this process. Or, if you want to bait someone to a specific area, you can try and trap them. And that is extremely helpful. You have friends that you can trust that won't collect the bounty themselves. And for obvious reasons, faction members are restricted from collecting bounties on members. The only surefire immunity against bounty is having a big bankroll. And obviously paying attention to the meta, to the game, which would be the Discord, where all the information is stored, tracked, and posted. And those are the bounty hunters you really need to be careful of, the meta hunters. These individuals can find you without tracking a bounty, just by watching death logs. For example, I've come across a base just by examining PvE death feed. Fall height damage 2 or 3 times in the same area is an indication. So you really want to pay attention to what you're doing in and around your base when you're building. Never kill yourself at your base. And try to prevent accidental death as much as possible. And as fun and as tempting as it is, a lot of duos, groups, and factions take it upon themselves to scathe off boredom and engage in internal camp events. And if your camp is still pretty well hidden and you start beating the shit out of each other, someone consequently dies from it, well, game's over. Anyone watching meta is going to find out exactly where you are. So by all means, if you want to do that kind of stuff, do it. Just take it to a neutral location, where if you start dying, no one's going to get your base location. And the number one rule for any base location should be no gun firing, unless there's an enemy. Well, look at that crusty old bastard wrapped tighter than an old leathered skin drum. I'd like to avoid him altogether, however, he's hovering around the water well, to which I need a little sip of. Check a few of these buildings, give him some time to wander away. The church is just across the road from the water well. It's more of a enclosed shrine than a church. Excellent. You know what they say. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, but more than 2, you'll have to poo. darkness, my old friend. Interesting. It glitched as I was going to deploy that. Now I can't pick it up. Very strange indeed. Oh well. So much for that plan. Wah wah. Now let's try to get around to that water well. You know what? I have a feeling I'm glitched to that bear trap. I'm gonna pop into this building. I'm gonna log out, back in, see what happens. As I suspected, still in my hands. Sweet! And that is desync. It works in mysterious ways. Ooh. Well, I guess I can leave it right here for the next person sneaking up to the well. All it's going to take to turn a good time into a bad time is for one of them to turn around. Now I'll get the hell out of here. Pop into that shrine. Make sure the coast is clear. Ooh, that clock can come in handy. Oh well, filled up my canteen, snapped up an apple, and found a can of peaches. It's eating time. Alright, next stop, the city of Svet. It's a harbor city. We'll have to cross it to get home. You can run about into every town you see like a bull in a china shop. Or you can maintain a low profile and scope things out before you move in. Patience is a virtue, and, well, virtues are no good to you dead, are they? I'm well within trigger range, so I'm assuming that the infected I see are from my presence. However, I'm still going to take it slow. There's no telling who's down there, or why. I'm only yet 2 kilometers from home, so the trio that tripped my alarm may even be in this very city. I could just go right over top of the city and avoid it altogether. However, I need some water. The water well is just beyond the first row of houses. The only problem, a hell of a lot of infected. Not to mention, just over that horizon, beyond that gas station, is the road to the 7 Deadlies. The water well is over in that area, in a big clearing around some bushes. Time to do a little aerial reconnaissance. Knowledge is just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Water wells down in there. See what I mean? Everywhere you look here, you're gonna find infected, especially on this end of the city. I was going to try and go around, but there's more here than there is going straight through to the courtyard. Well, I can definitely snap that up and put it to use. I'm going to have to get rid of a few trinkets, like that pig mask I just picked up. And that white carnival mask. Goodbye. Oh yes, that was right in the temple. I think this lad's jacked up on zucchini. The server's about to restart. I'm gonna duck into this house, lock it up. Ooh, presents for moi. Let's see. We got time to open this before the server restart? Nope. Let's hope I still have it in my hands. Let's see. Yes, I do. And Barry's outside. What's going on, you fat bastard? Well, Merry Christmas. That's a whole lot of goodies. Even some C4 there. Take these peanuts and snap them into me. What the fuck he's doing? He's eating my damn apples. Let's go see if he likes rotten tomato. It would sound as if he's not a fan. Doesn't sound happy about it, that's for sure. And if there's any player in vicinity, their arsehole just puckered. There he goes. He's calming down. We'll let him wander off. We'll jump down to this house, get a drink, and then go fill up this canteen. Well, I still hear Barry. He's close. He hasn't wandered off too far. Sounds like he might be coming back in. However, a bigger problem presents itself. I need to cross the road. And there is a hell of a lot of infected outside. Front and back. Well, just as I pull the trigger, he wanders off. Thanks, pal. These infected just keep tanking these fucking headshots. Ooh, I think Barry's out back here too. I can hear him growling. There, shake that one off. Alright, that's enough jamming with the locals. Time to make like my bank account and disappear. Oops, occupied. Sorry, ma'am. 'Tis but a flesh wound, you should survive. Alright, I'm literally on the home stretch. Through the cemetery, across the tracks, up that ridge in front of us, and down into the valley. And it's not far from there. Well, I hope I don't poo. Alright, time to pull this fat ass up this ridge. Now, before I get any further up this hill, let's turn around and make sure no one's following me. Or that we don't see anyone running through the city. Alright, pitter-patter, let's get at her. Up and over the summit of this ridge, and down into HZXIOPOOIULZGJJW Valley. Alright, now I just need to cross this valley and up the next ridge, and I'm home. That right there is the township of Torovo. It sits at the head of the HZXIOPOOIULZGJJW Valley. And at the end of the valley, HZXIOPOOIULZGJJW, which, from what I understand, has grown quite a bit since the last time I've been there. We'll have to go take a look once we sort our business. That's where I suspect the trio that tripped my alarm are holed up at. And this trio is an autonomous arm of the Suicide Squad. Poetic Justice, their first introduction to me, were a 308 in the back of the head each of them while they were building their first base in Dead Existence, which was a sister server to Conqueror Parish, which hosted the Livonia map. I was going to check out a base location and they were moving in, so I felt it fitting to introduce myself. And it appears I'll have to reacquaint myself. Well, unconfirmed who's moving in, but that location is under construction. I see fence posts. That will not do. That's less than 1,000 meters from home. It's definitely time to go say hello and get myself home, grab a ghillie suit, and get to work. And the job starts here. Let's set a little treat for them next time they check this deer stand. Alright, let's take a look. My base is about 200 meters to my back. There you go. 800 meters, give or take. Are you getting excited? Are you ready for the big reveal? Here it is, my base. Isn't it splendiferous? No, it's not my base. It's just a little watchtower. My base? Well, it's close. Don't you worry. This is just a tower outside my flag range to overwatch. And I've decided instead of going into my home at the moment, I'm just going to load in to my alt, who's already geared up with a ghillie, sniper rifle, and an assault rifle. And that over yonder is base. And from here, things are looking like everything's intact. I won't know until I get a closer look, but first things first. Let's track down these visitors. There's one underneath the platform. All right, let's get a little closer. They must have just arrived here right after me. That car was not here when I arrived home. Or at least I hadn't seen it. One, two, three. If I could get a triple collateral kill off that gas pump, that would be amazing. Not really sure if they heard that shot, but they're going to hear this one. Crap, I think they were all too far away. But I may have soiled some drawers up there. Pretty sure one is still in the garage. Two of them, I believe, ran into the house. Time to change angles. Rear bedroom window. That shot went inside, straight past him. Shooting like shit. That caught windowsill. Shots are getting worse. That one hit outside the house, underneath the windowsill. And again. All right, let's switch it up. We're gonna rotate, try and get very close. I should go over there and jack their car. Crossing this big valley with very little cover is going to be a chore. I don't know if I made contact with that shot, but kill feed would confirm no kill. Oh, I hear Foxy joined the party. Got your breakfast, bud? Welcome to the party. Well, I've made it across the valley and underneath them. They'll still be looking across the valley, up the ridge for my shots. Their whip appears to have a blown front tire. I've lived up on that ridge before, on another server, and I know from experience the only vehicle that is getting up there is an ADA. The dirt road up into that area is far too steep for any other vehicle to handle, including the cargo truck. There are means to get other vehicles up in there, but you have to go all the way around to Svet, along the shore, and up through the back roads. Well, back trails. It's doable, but not easy. Myself, I can't get up on that ridge from here. However, there is a small clearing to the left of it that I can possibly squeeze through. Wrap around them, try and get up on that radio tower and look down in on their base. I think that's my plan. Now, what should we do with the car? We could destroy it and collect the repo on it, or we could fix it up for them. Yeah, let's do that. Let's fix it up for them so they can get the hell out of here after I kill one of them. Yellow engine. Well, someone's been a little heavy on the foot. I've now made it up and over the backside of that ridge, and I'm now behind them. Sneak up to that radio tower, see if I can't get some elevation on them. I should sneak up underneath those fallen tree and just lay there in my ghillie and wait. However, instead, let's take a ghillie suit up where it doesn't make sense. Way in the air. Yeah, just ignore that climbing bush. I'm taking a big gamble that they're hyper-focused
to the ridge across the valley where I was shooting from, and they're not even concerned with this tower. And no, I'm not going to go to the top. Very little room to move at the top. We'll stay in this mid-platform. Oh, I hear a runner. Right underneath me. Straight past. And I'm stuck on the ladder. I'm in a very vulnerable position. However, with them not knowing where I am, it's going to come down to the first person that makes a mistake is going to die. Trust me. And by the way I'm dressed and where I am, that could very well be me. I do think, however, it's time to put this ghillie to use and get down in the foliage. It's a good goddamn thing I decided to get down when I decided to get down. No sooner than I take up cover in this foliage, somebody moves in underneath my last position. And it isn't the runner I've seen. This one's geared. The runner had no backpack. There they are. Right in the ass. And that, kids, is what I call a Texas heart shot. Straight through the ass. I'd like to tie you up, have some fun with you, but can't take that chance when you have teammates around. I grabbed his M4 and a few magazines. It's all I could carry. I'd lay here for a few minutes with no movement. And by the time I rotate out and get to the coast, I hear shots. Apparently I had a bounty on me and someone was tracking me. They came in and finished off this crew. However, on my journey home, I discovered another base under construction. The Nerve.
Look at this guy. Living his best life, building a coastal base on a mountain ridge. Surely to God he's heard the shots, or maybe they've just come on. He's not causing any harm, but way too close to home. So I guess you know what's next. I'm gonna have to deter him.
Every heart beats a question, every breath a fight, lost in daisy.
Running as a solo myself, kind of feel for this guy. But then again, I don't know if he's solo. But I know the trials and tribulations of trying to build a base on official or a PvP server, all alone, when there's headhunters around like myself. This isn't for sport. This is out of necessity. If I let you live here, eventually you'll discover my home. I can't have that.
Lost in day, where the sun won't rise.
It's fresh pajamas for you. Rest in peace.
The pale gray sky. Every heartbeat's a question.
Well, I hope you thoroughly enjoyed that chapter. Come on back for some more.